That's the issue because of the conveniency of it, and that's why we big. Big backs. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta unbig my back.
Yeah, and that's why we big is because we got the conveniency, but like ain't nothing like a home cooked meal.
What's going on, y'all? This is Cruz with Cruise Control Radio, and we here at home, shot by C. She gonna ride. Everybody else left. You know the team. I'm gonna have to holler at y'all about y'all paychecks and shit. So we gonna but today, right now, we got my mans in the building. The first place winner of Control The Ville. My guy, the Art Of ZHänrę. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
You were somebody that was recommended to us from my guy Sauce.
Got you.
He reached out and said, yo, we got somebody, you know, and you were the only person outside of my artist that did a live set.
Gotcha.
And you won that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What was that feeling? Before we get into who you are, what was that feeling of Control The Ville, you know, the vibe that you had when you got on that stage to when you won?
The vibe was very different from what I'm typically accustomed to, but it was like so much energy in that room to where when it was my time, I'm like, okay, all systems go. Let's go and do what we got to do, and let's get up there and do what we do best, and that's kill. So like the energy and everything was like so. It was a lot of adrenaline rush that was coming, you know.
Yeah.
So it just got me more and more amped to get up there and do my thing. So like it was real good energy in the space. It was packed, but it was real good energy in the space though.
And it's so crazy because you were the only artist that wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't like rapping.
Correct.
I think there was, I think you were the only one that was like on some like, you have your own like genre.
That hence the name. So I do got my little own thing that I do. I do dabble in rap now.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm more so big on emoting. So like I prefer to sing and do everything else, like full entertainment and singing and whatnot. But I do dabble in a little bit of rap. So some of these people that rap better watch their back.
Nah, I heard when you was on there, I heard you did like a fast rap. I was like,
I dabble in there. Yeah, I got you now. I got something for you.
So let's start at what made you say like, I am the Art Of ZHänrę?
What really made me say that was because I like to create my own lane. I don't really like having to stay inside of a box. And I don't really like having to be associated with one specific genre of music. I really like to take multiple because I'm classically trained.
Okay.
But I really like to take multiple and make them my own. And by doing that, I'm able to create my own unique sound. So therefore, I said, hey, why not label yourself as such? Because that's what you live for, is just to be the genre itself.
Yeah.
So that's where that, how that came out to be.
That's fine. And you said musically trained or
classically trained?
What does that mean?
So basically, I was in school ever since 6th grade. I started off on cello, so I'm classically trained in that aspect.
Oh, like classical music.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So in that aspect, and honestly, the crazy thing is, a lot of people don't know this, but like a crazy thing is, being classically trained and having that under my belt is what progressed me to be able to sing. Because in the beginning, I was tone deaf. I'm gonna tell you, I was tone deaf. But
you couldn't hit the note.
I could not hit that note. You ding ding ta. Okay. So if anything, playing the cello from 6th grade up until now, it really helped push that sound, and it helped push my ear training for me to be able to sing the way that I want to. And I do find myself singing exactly like my cello because that's how I learned.
Right, because you were hearing that and you know,
and I was mimicking it. Yep.
That's how much is a cello?
It depends on what you want to do. So if you want to be from Sam Ash or somebody like that, you might get like 400, 500. Mine was donated to me from my church. So they basically, donated it for me. So it was basically free. But the ones that I'm looking at is about 6,000. So
yeah, they look expensive.
They are very expensive.
I need to join your church. I need something free.
Yes, you should.
I need something free.
Yes, you should, okay? Let them know what you need.
Yeah, that is. So now, what I liked most though about your set was it was professional. You have a professional,
appreciate that,
presence as well.
Thank you.
You didn't just come in and say, "Hey, I got to do this and that." You came in and said, "This is what I want.
Yeah,
this is what I expect."
Yeah.
So, what helped you get to that level? Is this something you always had, or did you fail to learn these things?
What helped me get to that level, and I do have to give him credit where it's due, is my production manager, Monterey Lee, MD Lee Productions. I have to give him that credit because I really just start off with the passion and the drive to entertain and perform and share my music with the world.
Right.
But it was mainly him that helped groom and format, and shape me to be who I am now, because they basically stated to me, and it's something that I've always had on the inside of me, but he helped to bring it out. And that's to always carry yourself as quality. Even if you don't have the quantity, always carry yourself as quality in anything and everything that you do. And always present yourself to your highest top tier that you're able to give at that moment.
Listen, if you're a producer, a music artist, or an entrepreneur, and you have a service to sell, you gotta use the new platform I'm on. Man, listen, it's called Inadot. You go to inadot.com/cruise, and you can get your membership today. So cheap, only $20 a month. You could build your own website off of it, sell your own merch, do a proud to pay system on there where somebody can pay for whatever they want to pay for on there. Literally, the sky is the limit with this platform, so make sure y'all check it out right now. Inadot.com/cruise. Listen, the link is in the description, in the bio. Make sure y'all tap in, change your life. Oh, and also the biggest part about it is you get sync offers. So if you're an artist and you're looking to get your stuff on Netflix and TV and radio, different type of things, tap in and get your stuff on sync licensing. You get plenty of deals to up to $100,000 per deal. So make sure you tap in, $20 a month, tap the link. Let's go.
And that's how I got to that point.
Do you know, do you realize how dope you are? Do you know?
No, I don't.
I know. I can tell, not that I can tell because it shows. I can tell off the type of, I just feel like you don't know how dope you are.
I ain't had time to sit and look at myself, but I appreciate that taking from you. I'm gonna take that right on in, but I ain't really had time to just like sit and take in my stuff, take in my craft and just be like, this is what I do. It's just because it's natural for me to do this,
right?
Because this is something that I live to do, something that I love to do. So like anytime you say, hey, I need you to hit the stage, okay, I'm ready, let's go. Because I just love to entertain, tell jokes, make people laugh. I love to do those things. So it's just like so natural to me to be in this type of element.
No, that makes sense. It makes sense because you're not looking for a validated.
Correct.
So it's like, shit, if I am dope, cool. But I'm just doing this because I like it.
And that's kind of like why I don't see it. Is because when I'm up there, I'm like, okay, we finna have fun.
Right.
Let's have a party. Let y'all feel what I'm writing in this song, because I like my music to speak for me first before you see me. So it's just like, it's something that just naturally just comes from me.
That's dope.
So yeah, I just have a lot of fun at doing it.
That's what's up. I liked that you had the mic stand. You rap like a
definitely.
It's like there were so much things that you made your set unforgettable.
Oh, but thank you. Yeah, we try hard. We try really hard to give what we should give, because there's a lot of times to where you'll be under somebody else's wing musically in that aspect, to where you aren't able to freely express who you are. And now that we have that platform as a unit, and it goes all the way down to my bandmates, we have that unit to freely express our craft and paint the picture. That's why we put the art of. So we paint that picture by freely expressing our crafts and our gifts with each other to create an entire canvas of a picture. So yeah, we just really try to do that with each other. So like being able to freely express myself, even all the way down to rapping my mic stand. You should see my white and green one. But even rapping the mic stand is like an expression of who I am. And like you get some sensual, but then you get like these little lights around it to give you that glow. Right. So it's gonna hone you in and be like, hey, what's going on? That's
dope. Yeah, no, and that's intentional. So it's like you got good intentions for what you're doing. So with your band members, are these people that you like, you don't play with nobody else? Like, that's, if you go into a show, those are the people.
They won't let me play with nobody else. So that's how that came out. But the crazy thing is, yes, like we move as a unit. So I'm genre, of course, but with them and with all of us together, we are the art of genre. Oh, so it's like an extension. Okay. Yeah. So it's like they are permanent. Like I said, they're not gonna let me play with nobody else. And my baby brother is my drummer. Okay. So he definitely said ain't no other drummers playing behind me. He said, because like, man, I feel like somebody gonna mess you up. But I'm like, I get it. But they understand the passion and they understand the drive that I have, because they can relate to that exact same energy. So it's like once we all come together, we create like this atmosphere intentionally so people can see and feel like this is what the people have been missing. Yeah. They've been missing an experience when it comes to music.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Because that's exactly what it was, an experience. It was more than just a performance. It was more than a showcase. Like Like literally, like we had Sauce came up to me. He said, "Yo, bump him up." Like, because
Yeah, I
nowadays the
appreciate
closer isn't like, especially in like situations like that, like showcases. What I'm learning is that the hype of the event needs to be like in the middle of the time frame. So that's something I learned from it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's kind of like whenever we typically do our own productions, we'll try to gradually build it to where, you know, they might, you know, somebody who's fresh, give them opportunity, let them hit it, and then start building up and get people prepared for like the big shebang. Yeah. Or like put somebody, like if we're on another roster, put that type of reset on the list. Yeah. Have them like right that smack dab in the middle to the way you reset your listeners and your people that's out there, you know.
Hit that peak of that energy. That's when yeah. But so how long are you from Nashville?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you said you were playing the cello since 6, but you didn't start singing until 6th grade.
6th grade.
Yeah, 6 is crazy. Playing the cello at 6 is crazy.
Very much so. And that wasn't me. But 6th grade, definitely. 6th grade.
So, yeah. And you said, so when was it that you started singing and like taking it serious? Like, yo, I'm actually like gifted. I know you said you were tone deaf and then you got it, but around what time was that?
Well, to be honest, I didn't want to sing. I really felt like singing was for girls. But my sister said, no, you going to sing. So she forced me to sing. And literally, like, I even remember when we had to sing a song in like the Bell South Tower, which was at the time it was it was Bell South at the time, yeah. Okay. And so I'm telling my age, but
no, I'm sorry, I have no clue what you're talking about. Okay. I'm not. So it's okay. I'm still learning.
It's okay. The Batman building downtown.
Okay, yeah,
that's what that is.
Okay,
you know, it was that, then Singular Wireless and yada yada yada. Okay. Telling my age, but if anything, I started off there. Like that was my actually first time singing because she forced me to do it. And you could really tell it was like so off key, tone deaf, and all of that. So it's like what really, for some strange reason, like around age 16, my spirit said, "Hey, join the choir." And I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I've just joined the choir anyway. And then just like anything and everything else, just like fell right into place. Yeah. Like me being on pitch, singing, harmony, vibrato, all of that just like fell into place. And when I actually did it more, I was like, I really, really enjoy this and really didn't understand why until I kept doing it. Right. And it's because of just being able to freely express myself through music. It's like what really had me stoned in singing. So yeah, because I feel like you have so many emotions that you can express more vividly with singing than other, you know, categories. Right.
Exactly. So when you started making your music, what was the point where you're like, okay, I made this song, you know, people are reacting to it. What song did you start realizing like, yo, people are fucking with this?
So the crazy thing is that when I make music for me. I make music for something that I want to hear. Yeah. And I wouldn't share it with nobody, but what really forced me to share it was my team. That's like, hey, you have really good music. You need to start putting your stuff out there. So the song that really let me know that people was really fucking with my material was my very first song called Everything I Have. That's the very first song that we put out. It's like, it's full band, 6 minutes long, you know, and it's giving you soul, R&B. It's giving you that type of sound. It's giving you a little gospel blues. It's giving you all of that in one session. And and when we released that really let me know, like the response and the feedback was like unanimous. Yeah. So it really let me know people are really gonna, you know, fuck with my music.
And it's crazy because a lot of people are scared to make an experience with their records anymore because it's like they feel like the listener is, you know, they're short attention span. Yeah. But it's like, when it's good,
yes, correct.
They stay there and listen to it.
Exactly. And see, one thing about me is like a lot of people. I'm trying to talk about that. A lot of people like to follow trends, and that's how they end up washed like society. And that's why people nowadays are actually yearning for real music. Yeah, that's why they're going back to playing 80s, 90s. 70s, they're going back and reaching for things like that because the way the music is now, it's like people follow such a trend instead of giving themselves permission to be uniquely themselves. Yeah. And so whenever you get an opportunity to be uniquely yourself, you actually see that music will start to change and you'll probably start gravitating more people towards you because you're uniquely you.
No, that's a fact. Damn. You're dropping bombs. That's like the third bomb we done did in this.
Right, okay.
So with being from Nashville, I know like I just mentioned to the last guy here, is a lot of people say it's like, you know, there's not a lot of support, but like as you've seen, like there's a hell of a lot of support. So why do you feel like, or did you ever feel like that was an issue here?
The only issue that I feel, because I don't really feel like the support is an issue. That's not the case. Because like I said, once you get to a space to where you're comfortable with you and what you're able to present to the world, people that's like-minded or soul like that will gravitate towards that. And that's really how it should be. It's like when you make good music, the people that's enjoying your craft will come towards you. So it's like, I don't really like stick there, if anything, but it's really not that in my mind. The biggest issue that I feel like that we have here is that everybody's competitive. And that everybody wants to say, oh, my music is better than their music, or I kill better than them, instead of being like, hey, let's just do something for the city, or like, hey, let's just create some music for the people. And because like we all have to help each other in order for us to get to a certain space in a certain place anyway. Because if you stepping on each other's toes now trying to fight for the top, you're really not going to get nowhere, because you're too busy trying to keep them down instead of working together, because they might have something that you need, you might have something that they need. In order for y'all to collab, how y'all gonna get somewhere? Y'all gotta start working with each other. So like the competition thing is like what I really feel like it's a big issue here in Nashville.
Yeah. No, and that just answered my next question, is like, because you're so open to collaborate with people.
Yes, I am.
And that's why I asked you if you know how dope you are, because like because like when you're just openly collabing with these people, I'm like, whoa, he just don't realize like you should be charging these people $500.
Yeah, but
more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's never been like about a monetary gain. It's just because of even though I do know that it takes money for you to, so I ain't tripping. But you know, it's always been more so the passion and the drive and the love for just genuinely being in a space where the energy matches yours, and you just magically create something without having to think about all the business stuff. Even though I understand that it's important, but if you don't think about that, you can really like freely express your craft with other people that's like-minded and actually create magic.
Right. No, and that's a fact. Like you said, you mentioned an artist earlier, like, I want to work with her. Like, and when you said that, I'm like, oh shit, that would be a fire collaboration.
Yes, I know.
So it's not like you're out here just saying I'll do it with anyone.
Right.
But
correct.
Like, you are selective and intentional about what you do.
Yeah, I really go by like the energy in their music.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have to have like the person physically in here in front of me in order for me to be like, I want to work with them just because of what they got on.
Right.
Like I have to be connected to your energy. I don't even have to hear a lyric. So like if you can stand on stage and you just present yourself and your energy gives off and I connect with your energy immediately, that's what I want to do.
Right.
That's where I want to make my magic at, because it's like your energy and my energy is mixing, and I feel like we would create like some monstrosities if we did.
It's like we're not just doing this just to do it so we can make money off it. It's more so like, I'm doing this because I know it feels good.
Yes, definitely. And I'm always big on doing music. I'm always big on how it feels to me first before I give it to other people, because I don't want to give nobody trash. Yeah. So like if it doesn't feel good to me, I'm not going to, get somebody sick, you know, whatever. I'm going to make sure I feel good first and then give it out to everybody else. So.
That's dope. When's your birthday?
November the 10th.
November the 10th. So what are you?
A Scorpio.
A Scorpio. Oh, yes. Okay. So what about a Scorpio makes y'all feel like, you know what I'm saying, like that's I don't know. I feel like they always say Scorpios are like freak bulls. Like y'all be on some freaky shit.
We do. We do.
That is what we do.
We definitely do. But I know we can be like feisty, and you know, if you cross us, we will like cut your head off. But you know,
yeah.
But that's just I think that's just like our nature. But we're very passionate about what we do.
Right.
Usually we're leaders, but we're very passionate about anything that we give our all to. Yeah. So that's just how we are. Team Scorpio.
So I'm an Aquarius, and I just feel like, I feel like we kind of like get along with everybody type shit, but we have that other side. Yeah. Like you said, it's like people, like my woman would call me like, she'd be like, oh, nobody else knows this other side of you. It's like, you're the only one that made me crazy.
See? Okay.
You're the only one that take me there. Yeah. Type shit.
Quit taking me there.
Right. But I just wanted to, I asked you that because I want to understand your, I know you said you're in a church.
Yep.
But what is your like spiritual connection? I feel like you're a lot deeper than religion though. Like you're spiritually connected. Can you explain like not your relationship, but like how practicing these things comfort you and help you go throughout your day?
Well, typically I do have like a spiritual connection, and I use that as my strong suit, as my foundation for anything and everything, because I know if it wasn't for that connection that I have, I wouldn't even have the type of foundation that I have with the people that are physically showing up, knowing that I know that they could, open my head, bust my head and my pockets wide open,
Right.
but we have like that spiritual grounding and foundation with God to where we know anything and everything that we do, if we put him first, it's gonna be magic. So like it's deeply rooted and it's deeply connected. Even though I go to church every Sunday, but it's deeply grounded and deeply rooted, because that's what was sold on the inside of me at a very young age.
Right.
To always put God first in everything that we do, and always pray about that thing. If you get fall off the horse or whatnot, just pray about that thing and keep on going, because that's what we did. That's what we really do. Before any concert, before any show, we would get together, we'd pray about it, and then just go and do what we got to do. So we keep that foundation as is, because without that foundation, we will crumble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hard. You're well spoken. Did you
Thank
go to college?
I did not. I did not. But thank you.
I feel like you could cook.
I can.
I knew it.
Yeah.
What's your best dish to cook?
To be honest, I don't know, but I'm really like
beanie weenies,
Shit.
baked beans, and hot dog.
I'm very big on like pasta baked dishes. So like when it comes to anything pasta baked, like Alfredo or anything like baked spaghetti, or either like my spaghetti, yeah. But anything, but I can really cook. Like I'm very diverse in cooking, because my dad, he's from Bolivar, Tennessee, so that's like the southern part of everything, where they slaughter hogs and stuff. I'm not about that life, so therefore, if anything, I'm gonna get it from the stove. But if anything, my mom can cook and my dad can cook, so like them cooking for us all the time, and I'm realizing like what food's supposed to taste like.
Right.
I've actually incorporated that as well into my lifestyle, because I'm sick of fast food. So I'll
you know what's crazy
cook
though?
Meal.
We say that, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, should be convenient.
That's the issue, because of the conveniency of it, and that's why we big. Big backs. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta unbig my back.
Yeah, and that's why we big, is because we got the conveniency. But like, ain't nothing like a home cooked meal. When I say like a home cooked meal, it's like comfort food. Anything like comfort food, that's my forte.
Yeah.
For example, smothered baked chicken, where you got some collard greens, tomatoes, and onions, and probably a piece of cornbread on the side with some sweet tea.
Yeah, that is some country shit.
Exactly. And you gonna eat good, okay? I'm telling you. So like, that's like, I like to gravitate more so towards comfort food, to make you feel good while you're eating it at the same time.
That's dope.
Yeah. So I'm very diverse in cooking. I'll
So
have you over one day.
The art of, what do you call that? The art of culinary.
I was about to say that. Art of culinary. That's it. Everything I do, paint a picture.
You gotta get the guy on the drums, get your little brother drummer.
Hey, my man on keys, art of culinary.
You don't be fire. You do a tiny desk making food while you singing.
Hey, good idea. I might have to get you for that.
And you could do the was it ASMR? When you could hear it close to the mic.
Oh, okay.
Had a mic there, if you chewing.
Oh, so do all. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. I leave it up to my production manager, because he do that naturally. Shade, do you hear me?
Just you prepare the plate for him, and he just over there eating this shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it up to him, because he got that. He got that.
That motherfucker be eating.
He eats. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. So right now in this point of your career, what's most important for you as an artist going into this industry?
Continuous support, because honestly, like, it does get really, really rough. It gets really, really tough, because there are moments as an artist to where you feel like nobody's paying attention to you, or nobody's listening, or things like that. But to know that you have support. Because like, even breaking it all the way down to the social media aspect of everything, like how people look at numbers and views and things like that, it gets really rough when you don't see your numbers, doing how, somebody just got shot, it's going viral.
Right.
Something like that. So it's just like that continuous support is really what keeps the train going. I've even had people threaten me to say, if you quit, I'm gonna mess you up.
How do you take that?
I take it with I fully take that in. Some people take it as a grain of salt, but I take that in. I know they're not gonna really kill me, but if anything, it's just like it be the ones that watch you from a background, from a distance, are your biggest supporters. Those are the ones that actually keep you motivated, whether you
Right.
realize it or not. You can have a lot of people that'll show up at your venue, at your concert, and they, yeah, but it's those ones in the background that actually see you for who you are, and they believe in you, and they're the ones that be like, when they fall, they're the ones show up without you knowing.
Yep.
They're the ones that'll come through.
They're the ones that's going to buy tickets and not show up because they got
Period.
3 kids and they just can't make it.
Yep, those
And-
are the ones.
yeah.
And that's what keeps me going, because it's like, it's obviously somebody believes in me, even when it's hard for me to believe in myself sometimes. So to have people like that come through and say, I got you, keep going, doing what you're doing, because I can see you get to where you're supposed to get to, that's why I keep going.
That's hard. Have you ever thought about performing on Broadway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was actually just down there on the 28th.
Okay.
I was on Sky Deck on Broadway.
Oh, dope. Okay.
And I was down there to check out the venue that they have on Thursdays. And so I performed there once on that Sky Deck, because I was performing for a Grenadian artist. And I was doing background for him. So I've been up there once, but I've talked to, the guy, and we're trying to make some things happen and shape to where I can get my whole squad up there and just demolish the venue.
Like every Thursday.
We're not doing it every Thursday, but they,
Too exclusive.
Yes. So we'll do like one of those Thursdays, hopefully, coming
Yeah.
up, we can get that opportunity to be able to grace the stage and show the world what we're actually creating behind the scenes, and that
That's
we
dope.
do exist, because Nashville is so washed with country music. Not that there's anything wrong with it, because that's what it's known for, but there's a lot of other talent and other genres of music, that's here in Nashville, and it's not just about that one genre of country music. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much other talent that's here.
And it's crazy because, like, I tell people a lot, like, before I moved here, the only thing I would think of Nashville is country, white people, and Young
Yes.
Buck.
Right. Correct.
And literally
Correct.
that's it. When I came down here, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
it's a lot of talent.
Yes, it is. Yes,
I
it
would have
is.
never knew.
Yeah, and it's people like you that's giving other people a platform for them to come out and show the world that, hey, we do exist here and there. So we do got to say thank you for that,
Oh, I appreciate
giving us
that.
that opportunity.
Nobody ever thanks me, so I appreciate
Oh
that.
no, you're welcome.
No, but that's dope. So yeah, the plans now moving forward. Do we got singles, EPs, albums? What's going on?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on 2 different albums.
Dope.
Tear me up, but 2 different albums. I have a single that's to be released May the 10th. It's called Wanna Be. But yes, I'm actually working on a lot more stuff. I'm actually working on a 90s R&B concert just to give, the supporters something to be entertained by.
Dope.
We doing hitting 90s classics, and, probably like later on down the year, we're getting prepped for our big 2025 showcase. So yeah, we do a lot of big things, but we just, we really want to hone in on getting these projects and some more stuff done out to the people so they can have something to listen to in preparation for the big show.
No, that's dope. And what's gonna get you guys there, like I said, your professionalism, your quality, how you hold yourself, how the whole team, how they got your back too. Like, some of your team was coming up to me saying like, yo, like, you gotta move this shit up. Like, what's going on? So I think a lot of people have too much ego, and I feel like your team, there's not any ego to where it's like, oh, this person is this and this person is that. It's more so like, we're here as a collective.
Correct. That is so true, and I think it's a great thing that you can honestly see that, because it's honestly letting me know that we're doing something correct. But yeah, there is no ego involved in anything that we do. It's like, we're here, we're showing up. This is what we do. This is what we want to share with you as to how we present ourselves and how we go about this. So like, that's honestly correct.
Dope. And I did want to mention, because you did mention country music. Now that Beyonce made it cool, is that something you about to step into?
Probably.
One of your genres?
Since one of my genres. Since I got a southern accent, I guess I might as well just try to dabble off in it just a little bit. I pitch it to the team. They might be against it, because they like to hit hard and big. So, but I don't mind dabbling off in it, because I've always wanted to do a country song as well. So I don't mind doing it.
What
I'll
artist?
be open to it.
What artist that you know of in Nashville or the South or anywhere, that you've been watching? Not someone that's already there, but someone you've been watching that's like, yo, if we made a song together, that shit'll be on Billboard.
To be honest, I haven't even thought about it. I ain't really had time to think off in that category because it's like the inner me, because naturally, like, jazz and soul and blues comes out of me naturally. So it's like, formulating that into the R&B aspect really has been my goal.
Yeah.
So I've really never had time to like focus on anything else outside of that category as of yet. But I would like to dabble off of it and see exactly who I might be able to do something with.
Dope. No, I think this was one of my favorite interviews when it comes to me asking a question and you giving me an amazing answer.
Thank you.
Like,
thank you.
I hate a motherfucker come up here and be like, shit, I just, be rapping
Nah,
and shit.
let me tell you something. I like to talk, okay? Let me tell you. So, hey, I got you.
That's fine. So if you could let the people know where they could find you, where they can stream your music, where they could book you.
Yeah.
All that shit.
So you can find all of my music on any streaming platform that y'all got. It's on anything and everything. And if you want to book me for any type of occasion, you can book me on my website. The Art of Genre is spelled ZHANRE.com. If you want to book me for anything, I'm open. You can follow me on there, and it'll divert you all the way up to my other social media sites. You can purchase merch, all of that on my website. So just go to my website, The Art of Genre, ZHANRE.com.
And there y'all have it, man. Cruise Control Radio, The Art of Genre. Listen, the winner of the first Control the Ville, man. Special event. If you missed it, you missed out. You played yourself. But we have another one. And you're invited on the next one.
Yay. We about to do it for real.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a movie, so make sure y'all pop out. A lot of stuff is coming right now for the Art of Genre. So make sure y'all tune in. And till the next episode.